I want to discuss actually the poll that you created on Twitter. You had a massive response to it. 12,652 people, I believe, and the question was basically, would you want to see the TV license scrapped? And the results were overwhelmingly in favour of scrapping it. I think it was 93%, wasn't it? And only 7% wished to keep its current format. And it went out to quite a lot of people. So the first thing I really want to ask you was, what inspired you to create this poll?
Well, just wanted to touch on the mood of the public. Um, it's the BBC. They're obsolete. I believe so. Many people have cancelled their TV licenses. We saw in 2017, 2018, over 37,000 people cancelled their TV licenses. After we see how they went about Brexit and their bias, the Brexit stance, um, a lot of people were really cheesed off with them. So for the poll out there to see how the mood was, and overwhelmingly, the people voted and said that the TV license should be scrapped.
And who can blame them? It's quite interesting. You had quite a lot of interesting comments on Twitter. I think you had one from actually a Remainer, did you not? Do you recall what that said?
Yes, we had one from a Remainer, and basically he said that the TV license was basically outdated, and we're paying for the programming service because the BBC sell it worldwide.
Mm.
Um, and then basically at the bottom of his message was "F off BBC." So it's something we can agree on. It's the first time I've agreed with a Remainer in about 4 years.
Well, exactly. Once again, I've got more vocal about the BBC recently because I cancelled my TV license 2 years ago, as you know. But it was the fact that 2 years later they're expecting me to tell them why I don't need a license. And the original reason for me was because of all the EU bias. And it was them sneering at us, people who voted to leave, and we pay their wages. And I think this has done untold damage to them, and that's probably why you're seeing such a pro cancelling of the TV license. But the thing is, with the BBC, if they're as amazing as they claim to be, then they should go subscription only service because they should put their money where their mouth is because they can make a lot of money out of it. But I just think at the moment it's just a tax on the poor, and we've seen so many convictions of, I think 1 in 10 court cases now are related to this, and it's really concerning. And this is an outdated model, and I think one of the biggest issues. One of the tweets I saw was a youngster who tweeted say it's basically the older generation that just watch it and nobody else could be bothered. But it's something, it's going to die out very, very soon, and I think they're grasping at straws. But I don't know if was there any other interesting tweets you saw, David?
Yeah, I mean, there were quite a few. The majority of them were saying pretty much the same thing, that it's being outdated and it should be a voluntary subscription based service such as Netflix and Amazon. A lot of people were basically running along the same lines and singing the same tune. It is an outdated service, and you're paying for repeats. The BBC constantly just have on the TV repeats, repeats, repeats.
Mm.
You
And
know,
what's sickening actually is they sell things like Only Fools and Horses and all the great comedies like that to things like UK TV Gold, who play them relentlessly. And us as the license payer have paid for that. So if anything, our license fee should be going down. And there was another tweet actually on that thread by Sharon Cove. She basically said, "Why am I paying to be brainwashed? Some great programs without doubt, but overpaid presenters and biased news." And I think she's really hit the nail on the head there when you got all those top earners like Gary Lineker, the same people who have the cheek to lecture us on what we should be doing with our lives. And that's got sort of some echoes as well, actually, from what Ricky Gervais said, actually, the other night at the Golden Globes, when he absolutely roasted all those Hollywood elite. But do you think the BBC will survive another 10 years?
Well, we have to be realistic. Of course, it will, but it just have to diversify. It's
They
going to
love
have
that
to.
word, diverse.
It's going to have to diversify. It's going to have to evolve and move into 2020. And the only way for it to progress now is for it to become a voluntary subscription, which was a UKIP policy, might I add, years ago. See, the thing is, UKIP had a fantastic manifesto, just a poor organisation. And then we seem to see the Tories cherry picking policies from a UKIP manifesto because they know they're very popular.
Long may it continue. No.
So, I mean, the BBC received lots of funding from the European Union, don't forget. They received nearly 4 million a year from the European Union, which accounts for nearly 9% of their income.
Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. And as we've always said, he who pays the piper calls the tune. And we've also, and not only have they been pro-EU, but they've been severely anti-Trump as well. And it's no surprise that he banned them from the White House after the way they behaved. They were complicit with the rest of the US mainstream media talking such a fantastic patriot down. Absolutely disgusting. Well, I want to thank you very much again, David, for joining me and sharing your thoughts. And I just want to thank everyone else for watching. And if you've got any comments, just please paste them below. And David and I will hopefully be able to address them in future. Is there anything else you just want to finish with, David?
Well, yes. Please check us out on Twitter. You can follow my Twitter handle. We can stick that up on there so people can have a look. I'm no longer on Facebook. I've been banned from Facebook.
Naughty boy.
So please check us out on Facebook and don't forget to comment below. We'll read your comments and get back to you.
Cool. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys very soon. Take care.